Now, do you typically have a certain shot shape that you like, right to left, left to right?
I like playing either straight ball or a little cut.
Okay.
Like one of those two. I try not to work the ball too much. I just don't think that really works for me.
Okay. Now, are there certain clubs that when you start getting to that they start to be a little bit more inconsistent than others?
I would say it gets a little more consistent as we go up in the irons.
Okay.
So probably like, because I have a 3-iron in the bag right now, which I really like, and 4-iron, which are my go-to like off the club type fairway holes. And I found with those, like I have to hit like a little choke down punchy cut to like get it consistent.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to take a full swing and be confident with those clubs.
Yeah.
Because I just feel like they flail out or I don't hit them as well.
Okay. All right, big guy, can you move that up to an 8-iron,
Yes,
if
sir.
you would, please?
I can sub for you at times with
Okay.
I have my shaft crack in it.
Oh, did it? Okay.
Yeah, but it's getting replaced.
Who's doing the work for you?
I took it to PJ Super Source. That's where I got fitted.
Okay, great, great, cool. Make sure you're not taking it to some guy around his garage or something.
No.
That's a 7-iron?
Yes, sir.
Once again, that is a 7-iron, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, so let's talk about some numbers here. You said that's a 7-iron though?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Good. All right, your kids are killing me now. All right, so, I mean, this is a number I haven't seen on this, so you'll have to bear with me. We're carrying at 190 with a 7-iron.
Yes, sir.
I mean, what do you do for 160, 150? What are you hitting there?
Like so I'd say 160 I'd hit like a full 9-iron, and then 150 either choke down on a 9 or hit like a more full pitch.
Wow. You know, good stuff here, man. So, looking at some of the numbers, looking at the swing here, path is positive, looking really good. Face is just slightly negative. Your smash factor is perfect for what we're trying to do with a 7-iron right there. Low point's perfect. Carries 190, man. I mean, we don't need any more distance, to be honest with you. That's beautiful right there. So, I mean, I guess, you know, the big thing is that I've got to look at, is this kind of more of the shot shape that we're kind of getting when we're coming into greens, though? Getting a little bit too far left, is that correct?
Yeah, it happens.
Okay, that happens. Okay. I mean, there's not a lot I can really. Let's take a look on it here. All right, so let's kind of go. You got a 7-iron there, you said?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we may want to widen our stance just a smidge.
Okay.
That might help with our consistency just a little bit. But let's see how the overall movement pattern's going here, okay? So we may be overswinging just a little bit, okay? And that might be where some of your inconsistencies coming. But I can tell you that's where your length is coming from.
Yes.
Does that make sense? Overall movement's really good, pal.
Thank you.
Really good. You may over-rotate just a little bit there, but that's just follow through, so I'm not worried about that. Let's see what our head movement's doing here.
That's one thing I've struggled with a lot is head movement.
Okay. Let's take a look at that and see how that's doing. Okay. I see you now. I see you now. Okay, really good job on the turn. Okay, really good job. You see how your head's hanging around that line?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's good. Okay, just getting that head a little bit ahead, ever so slightly. Getting back behind it, and maybe just a little bit. No, not really, because it's after. I mean, that. You know, as far as what I see with head movement, you may get into a little bit too much here. But I think if we can widen that stance a little bit here, maybe we can get rid of you having to feel like you got to press so hard down. Does that make sense a little bit there? What you've got to you've had to been working with somebody else. Have you been working with other instructors?
Never had an instructor before.
Wow, wow, buddy. Grandpa or dad play quite a bit?
No, sir.
Wow. You're a natural, kid. You're a natural. All right, so as far as movement patterns, I'm not really seeing a lot, other than maybe over-rotating. I'm going to take a look down the line here. Maybe we have a little early extension. But as far as what I can see is where inconsistency could be, the only thing I could spot right now, from what I can see, is maybe we just get a little long right here.
Okay.
Okay, and I think we might get a little bit across the line with that. Okay. So I'm going to take a look down the line here. Robocall. Sure. Okay, so let's take a look down the line here. Okay. Now, let me ask you this, because I'm looking at some really good swing here. I mean, what's the scoring like? What, you know, when I see a swing like this, I've got to move straight to the idea of what is our scoring habit, pattern, what are we usually shooting?
So at the moment, I would say average between like 78 and 82.
Okay.
Like right in there.
Wow, and you're the number 6 kid on the team?
Yeah, we've got our top 3 are under par just about every match.
Wow, that is a tough program right there.
Yeah, we've got some talent.
Because I'll be honest with you, if you're at ZHS, you'd be the number 1 kid by far. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Not to put anything down about Zebra Hills, I went there, but so a lot of talent there. That's what I'm hearing right there. And when I see stuff like this, I've got to have a little talk with you. When you talk about inconsistency, when you talk about inconsistent, are you talking about, does it just flail out to the right? Do you hit it short? Do you just duck hook it left?
I would say my misses aren't very exaggerated. I feel like I've got them down, but I just can't get the like consistent shots or like shots in the correct times. Like I can hit a fairway, miss a green, but like chip and putt to make par. But I'm just not finding myself in a lot of like tighter positions for birdie or like, yeah, mainly that. Like I'll have like an 8 or a 9 iron into a par 4, and I'll be like 10 yards left of the green or 10 yards right. I just need, like I don't have the, like clutch, I guess it would be.
You need a go-to shot.
Yeah, I need something I can rely on and be confident in.
Okay, okay. So I kind of like the conversation that we were talking about here with about the 3 or the 4 iron, how you kind of have to hit like a low cut a little bit, okay? What I would suggest here, and a person that we probably want to look at is like Tommy Fleetwood for that go-to shot.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let me kind of jump on in there real quick, okay? And what we would kind of do, and what I would suggest, okay, because you've got a lot of talent, my friend, is that what I would suggest here is that we want to kind of feel like, I like that punch shot idea, but I want you to kind of feel like if I have a go-to shot, I want to feel like my hands are at the target, okay, like Tommy Fleetwood, right? Where I kind of see you a little bit, right? We kind of see you get here and you kind of fall off just a little bit.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
You're gaining a lot of speed through that, right? But we need to have something that just goes straight for us,
Yes,
right?
sir.
So we need to have kind of what I'd say kind of a sawed-off punch shot.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so it needs to kind of look more like this. Okay?
Yes, sir.
And just getting that ball to go straight for us.
Yes, sir.
Okay? From what I see, that's probably the only big thing I see is that we get a length of swing a little bit too long, and it's not allowing you to get in there and square up that face a little bit.
Yes, sir.
Right? Now, I wouldn't want to take that away from you because it's a lot of distance, right?
Yes, sir.
And in this game, distance is key.
Yes,
so I
sir.
don't want to take that away from you. But I do want you to get to the idea, right, that I'm hitting kind of a Tommy Fleetwood shot, right? A little sawed-off, shot, but it's kind of more, as I said, like that.
Yes, sir.
Okay? And let's see how that works for us a little bit. So more of a 3/4 swing,
Yes,
okay,
sir.
with a sawed-off finish a little
Yes,
bit.
sir.
And let's just see how that works for us, okay? And I'm going to take a look down the line here and see what we're kind of doing. Okay, but just kind of give me about 3 or 4 balls, and all I want you to kind of envision yourself is like Tommy Fleetwood.
Yes, sir.
Okay? Give me a little bit wider stance, just a smidge, not much, just a scotch. Do me one little favor here, okay, with that 7 iron,
Yes, sir.
right? Move it up in your stance just a little bit, something where it feels a little annoying for me, okay? Just a bit, and let's just see how we do there. Do it one more time for me. Let me videotape this. So, here we go. Let's kind of take a look at our movement pattern here. Okay. Does that look like a little half swing or a quarter swing there?
That looks deep.
Oh, here we go. Okay, hold on. Let's go. Okay, better. I like that length for what we're trying to do.
Yes.
We can control it a little bit. Okay. Arms need to feel like they stop right there.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
All right? So I want us to kind of feel like from right here, okay, kind of give me a swing and feel like we're going to about stop. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So, right there.
Right here.
Okay? Tommy Fleetwood.
Yes, sir.
Okay? Sound good? Yeah. So I think the world that we got to kind of live in with you a little bit is just getting those 3/4 half shots. I think you're a full swing guy that's really good at that, right?
Yes,
but
sir.
we need to learn how to swing from shoulder to shoulder,
Yes, sir.
right? And start to control that. You've got speed in spades. We don't need speed. We just need to kind of get that honed in a little bit.
Yes, sir.
Sound good?
Yes, sir.
All right. And to be honest with you, right, this is much more where I'd like to kind of see the 7-iron numbers. Not that I don't like seeing 200 7-iron, but then I got to, what am I going to hit for a pitching wedge, 9-iron? What am I going to get for all those gaps underneath, right? So I really like, you know, when you need it, you got it. You know what I mean? But if we can kind of live in this area right here, I think we start to get a little bit more consistent, and you got that little fade that you're looking for right there. Okay? Then it's just at that point figuring out where your start point is and where it's going to go.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes, sir. Yeah, it feels great.
Good. Let's just keep going with that for a little bit, okay? Because to be honest with you, I don't see terribly too much wrong with your swing, physically, right? I don't see anything terribly too wrong. I just think we need to kind of learn how to control our power.
Okay. That's
it, man.
Yes, sir.
I wish I had that with every student. Those numbers are great, pal.
Thank you.
Absolutely great. That's what we're looking for right there. Your low point's good, your distance is good. Your spin might be a little low, just a smidge, like 200 RPMs, but that's not here nor there.
Yeah.
That's fine. Good job. Face open?
Yeah, it was a little
Feel it?
pushy too, yeah.
Huh?
I like that more though because I feel like if I took a full swing and kind of pushed it right, I would be, like I'd have a lot to think about. But I know right there that that's just me, you know, not getting around the ball. And my face is just kind of stuck open.
Yeah. So don't be afraid to allow that hand to release, right? Allow it to release, right? You're going to have a little bit shorter swing, so we need to kind of release it a little bit quicker. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
You don't have all that time back there.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Good. Okay, where's that follow through at?
Back here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right? Try to get that club more out in front of us,
Yes,
okay? Give me one more here. We're going to take a look down the line here and see what we see, okay?
Yes, sir.
How's it feel with the ball position a little bit further up? Is that
Feels good.
okay?
Yeah, I don't
just
mind
wanted to
it.
make sure.
I don't
Okay.
mind it at all.
I think, you know, the big thing is that if we get the ball too far back, and then when I get here, that's what kind of causes your head to kind of reach back just a little bit, right?
Yes, sir.
So the more the ball's back, the more I have to go back to go get it.
Yes, sir.
The more the ball's a little bit up front, I can chase it down the fairway.
Yes, sir.
Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. Let's take a look down the line here. Not the best angle, but we'll take another one here in just a sec. But really what I want to see is your hand path. Just a little over the top. Let's see if we got any early extension. Not at all. Real good right there.
Thank you.
Maybe slightly over the top just a bit, right? I'd like to see that shaft kind of more on that right forearm back here than on the left forearm here.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we can kind of see with JT, the club's kind of going right between the middle of his forearms. So I'd like to see that, and it could be the camera angle too, so I'm going to give you a fair shot again. But I'd like to kind of see that shaft more here with you than here. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let's do that one more time, give you a fair shake on it. Move that right on over here, and give me a swing, okay, big guy?
Yes.
There we go. That's what I like to see. Not as much distance. Right, but that's okay. All right, good job with the club path, getting that more out to the right a little bit right there.
Yes.
Let's take a look and see. I'm hoping that that shaft is a little bit more further, closer to that right form as we come through. Really good takeaway, okay? Your takeaway is perfect, pal.
Thank you.
Make changes quick, pal. Good job.
Ah,
Okay, now let's look at it, right? I mean, I'm seeing a lot of things hitting right here, okay? Look at your hands, pretty close to the line, what we want right there.
Yes.
Really good stuff right there. As we kind of turn through here just a little bit. Okay. Good. Okay. So just with that, you know, what we're trying to think about here, just a little bit, okay? And I'm going to kind of hone in on the hands here just a little bit. So let me go right here, take him off. So let me go here, okay? Let me go with him right here, okay? So it's not a big difference here, okay? But I want to kind of show you what I kind of see here just a little bit, right? So if I were to say, hey, I've got beams of light on my shoulders here, okay?
Yeah.
I would want to keep my hands in that beam of light, okay? So I'd want to kind of be like this, okay? What I kind of see here with you just a little bit, as you kind of go, your hand gets outside of that beam of light. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Okay? Where we kind of see JT here, he kind of have more of his hands just a little bit more in front of his chest. Yours get just a little back behind you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, just a smidge, okay? So I want to kind of just give you this visual that for the next couple swings, if I had, you know, beams of light shining off my shoulders right here,
Yes.
I want to try to keep my hands inside those beams of light.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
So I'm not going to worry about the ball right now, but I'm just going to kind of make you feel like you've got that visual in your head. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's give it a couple swings and tell me what you kind of feel, right? Keeping those hands in that beam of light.
Feels good.
Good. Good.
Feels better.
Good. So what I really want to try to do is I want to try to get that club not so far back behind us, but a little bit more in front of us, so when we move, we can kind of keep that club in front of our chest as we move through.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
So kind of get it more like here.
Yeah, so we want to kind of have that feeling, if I got you right here,
Yes,
okay?
sir.
You see how that would line up with your sternum right there?
Yes, sir.
We can see in the video here, it's kind of like this,
Okay.
back over here,
Mhm.
where I'd much rather be here.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Right, so, because if I get here, then I can get across the line,
Mhm.
okay? If I get here, then I can get that club back that way just a little bit.
Yes, sir.
Okay? The only thing I kind of see here as far as the club is concerned at the top, and that's why I wanted to bring that up, right, is that as you get up to the top here, you see how your shaft's across the line there?
Yes, sir.
Okay? That's the only, if I were to say, hey, list of things, that's the biggest glaring thing I think.
Yes,
See,
sir.
Right? And Freddie Couples made a career out of that. Right? So, but the big thing is that I'd rather you kind of be with this idea, right? So if I were to look at this, okay, let's have a little thought experiment here, right? Here's the ball.
Yes, sir.
Okay? Here's the club head, and there's your hands. Okay? So if I were to go into order of things, it would be ball, club head, hands. Okay? I want to reverse that a little bit. Okay? So take a look at me real quick. Okay? And to be honest, this is the only thing I see.
Okay.
Okay? This is the only thing I see, and I think it'll help you a little bit.
Yes.
Okay? But if you kind of take a look at me, right? This is what we're kind of doing right here. It's here and here, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay? What I want to kind of do is I want to kind of reverse that a little bit. Okay? I want to get to the point where it's ball, hands, head.
Yes, sir.
Okay? So if I got on up over here, it'd be like this. Okay, so if you take a look down the line on me, come on over here and take a look down the line. Do you notice how the club head's behind my hands?
Yes, sir.
My hands are behind the ball.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and that's going to give me the best consistency to come through.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so a drill we can do for that, right? Okay, a drill we can kind of do, I'm trying to think, is, because you need to stop going over that way. So I'm just trying to think. All right, so I would kind of get us here. Yeah, here we go. So we get here, and then once you get on up to the wall, just kind of stop.
Okay.
You see where that's at right there?
Yes.
Just left arm parallel.
Yes,
And
sir.
get used to the club kind of being more behind us, just a little bit.
Yes, sir.
Okay? There you go. Good. So, but I'm going to kind of see how you're really strapped right here.
Mhm.
Okay, elbows back behind you a little bit too
Yes,
much.
sir.
There you go.
More up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So there you go. You're going to get a lot more speed and power right now. But the big thing, what I see here, is now there's the ball here, there's your hands, there's your club head.
Yes, sir.
Right? That's how I see all of these guys. Right? If I take a look at this guy right here, all right, club head's still going to be outside the hands. Better one is going to be John Rahm. I kind of show him to you. Johnny, where you at, Johnny? Oh, there he is. All right, and down the line. All right, so really good positions right there.
Yes,
as you
sir.
can kind of see, right? The club head is back behind his hands are behind the ball, and that's going to help get him to the inside part.
Yes,
right?
sir.
But once I get across that line, I've got to kind of do something to get it back.
Mhm.
And that's the only thing I see flawed with your swing.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, let me do this to you. Okay? Have you ever seen one of these little things, like the hanger?
I have not.
You've not. Okay. So let me kind of demonstrate this. So I want to give you two drills, right? One, the wall drill, right? Get on over here, right?
Mhm.
And then as you go, try to feel like you're touching the back of that wall.
Okay.
Okay? Get used to it. Now what you'll also notice is I've got this little device right here, okay? And what I'd have you do is just set up, keep the pressure against your left forearm right here,
Yes.
okay? As you kind of go. And then as you get to the top, keeping that pressure. You see where my hands would be?
Yes, sir.
If you were to get across the line, be like that, right?
Yes, sir.
That would come away from my wrist.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let me give me a feel on that, okay? I'll take care of that for you. Okay, but that's all I'm seeing, pal. Good, there you go. Okay, let's take it on back for me. You got a perfect backswing. Okay, good, good. Feel where we're at there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Come on, do that arm just a little bit, right? Don't need to get so solid, but there you go.
Okay.
Okay, and that's where we want to kind of be.
Yes, sir.
You see your hands are more in line with your chest a little bit.
Yeah.
Club head's back behind your hands. Hands are behind the ball. Now just kind of give me a swing down and through. What does that feel like for you?
Feels good. It feels like a smooth swing,
Okay.
and I feel like I'm in the. I feel like I'm like here and like the kind of draw motion everybody talks about, rather than like with when I used to get farther back,
Uh-huh.
I would get kind of lost back here,
Yeah.
and then I'd come down and I'd be here. I'd be like really here.
Right.
Just inconsistent at the top.
Once we get too far back behind us, the only way I can start that is by lifting and throwing my arms.
Yes, sir.
Okay, but once I get that club more out in front of me, right, and back here, then I can start to drive my hands in front of my chest and keep that club in front, right, keeping that elbow in front of my body.
Yes, sir.
Right, but once I get back over here, then I can kind of get stuck a little bit. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
All right, give me a couple practice swings with that. Yeah. Okay, let me take a couple videos for us. So let's take a look at this gentleman compared to what we were doing just before. Okay, so this is the older swing. Okay. Come on back. Okay, so you see where you're across the line there,
Yes,
right?
sir.
So much better. You
Yes.
see how that club is going down the target? That's more where I'd want it to be, more down the target line.
Yes, sir.
Okay? Either, you know, and for today's age, I see more either laid off or down the target line. I don't see terribly too many across the line per
Yes,
se.
sir.
But if we can kind of get that, that's going to be perfect for us.
Yes, sir.
Right? See how that face is matching up to the back of your hand there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that's what we want to kind of do.
Okay.
All right? How does that little device work for you? Like that?
Yeah, it feels good.
Okay, so pretty simple little thing, right? Just get an old broken clothes hanger, right? Kind of keep that pressure onto your left forearm right there. And it kind of braces us to stop so we can't go too far,
Yeah.
doesn't it? Okay, good. Give me a couple swings with that and get a feel for that, okay? It's much more down the target line.
Mhm.
Good job. Good.
Feels better. It feels smooth.
It's always good to have a contact point of where things need to be,
Yeah.
isn't it? You know,
Yeah.
it gives us a great frame of reference of where it needs to be. And I just find that having that against my left side, it just, you know, for me, it just takes away all the mental chatter. I'm just
Yeah.
focused on that, right?
Yeah.
Not getting into a perfect position, right? I just focus on that and then my body kind of does it. So
Yes, sir.
as far as what I would say, hey, go home, get yourself an old broken hanger, find an old crummy wedge around the house,
Yes, sir.
and just get that thing, square to what the face is right there,
Yes,
and
sir.
just get used to that feel.
Okay.
Right, and it doesn't even matter if it's square to it, just as long as you're starting to feel where that hand needs to kind of be. Right,
Yes,
get you a
sir.
couple zip ties, duct tape, whatever it might need to be.
Yes, sir.
Right, and for less than 50 cents, you've got yourself a $70 trainer made.
Perfect.
Keep going with that. Good. Now go ahead and set up one time for me. Just go ahead and set up regularly for me and just stop there for just a second. All right. So let's do this. I know it doesn't seem much, but I'd like to kind of change those feet position.
Okay.
So get your left toe up to the line, move your right toe back off the line. Good. Doesn't seem like a lot, right?
Mm-hmm.
But now what I kind of see here now we're square.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you were just a little bit open.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
So that will help us get to the inside part of the ball. Maybe get a little bit of a draw, but definitely start getting more centerness of contact there.
Okay.
Does that make sense? And
Yes,
getting
sir.
rid of whatever over-the-top move we may have.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Give me about 3 or 4 more swings with that, and then we'll grab a club and see if how that transfer of knowledge is coming through, okay? Any questions right now?
So far, nothing really.
Okay, good. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Good.
Okay. One more here, and then we'll grab a small club, like a pitching wedge or something, just kind of start with that. Okay, good. Let's grab a pitching wedge and let's just try to keep that feel or that idea in our mind. Let's not try to kill it. Just give me about 4 or 5 swings. I don't care if it's half speed, quarter speed, whatever works best for you for learning. Okay, but let's just try to hone in on that feel.
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. Give me two more, and give me an idea of what you're feeling, okay?
Okay.
Let me know what you're thinking.
It feels really good.
Okay.
And that's like, with that right there, that was a very smooth swing for me with the pitching wedge.
Mm-hmm.
And it's still, like the 140 numbers looks good. And it feels very controllable. Like I don't feel like I have to really like get on the ball.
Yeah.
I'm in the right position and go straight.
Yeah, I don't see that little quick top move that I saw before with across the line a little bit. Now
Yes,
it's
sir.
kind of here, and it's almost, to me, it's like if you're rocking a baby, it's like this.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Instead of it kind of being like this and then kind of trying to get into position a little bit, right?
Yeah.
And what's absolutely amazing now I find is that you haven't had any lessons. You're just kind of raw taught a little bit. And the only thing you have wrong is a little across the line.
Yes, sir.
That's big stuff, pal. That's,
Thank
you know, I've got kids that are trying to make it on nationwide tours and stuff like that that don't have that. So that's pretty impressive. And just to know that you're the sixth man on the team, I'm just like, good God, who are the other kids on this team?
Yeah, they all hit it well.
But do you see what we're trying to go for, the feel that we're trying to go for?
Yes, sir.
One, I'm shortening up your swing just a bit
Yes, sir.
and getting more centerness of contact.
Yes, sir.
Right? So it feels a little bit slower, feels a little bit smoother, more controllable.
Yes, sir.
Right? And if I can get you to do this right here out on the course, you're going to hit every green you ever wanted.
Yes, sir.
Right? Good. Keep it up, big guy. You're doing great.
Thank you.
Okay. A little bit across the line on that one.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. Okay?
Yeah, I felt that.
But, you know, there again, as my old man would always tell me, Rome wasn't built in a day, right? So if I can get you ever so slightly off of that across the line, getting more closer to center, and we keep working on it, we're going to be there, okay?
Yes, sir.
Just takes practice and repetition. Good stuff. Yeah, good top swing right there.
Thank you.
We still ripping it right down the middle?
Pretty much, yeah, tight draw.
Well, if that's not what you want, you gotta find another instructor. That is perfect right there. Good job.
Thank you.
Good work.
And I didn't hit that one great and ended up in a fine position.
Yeah.
Because that's maybe like short right of the green with a chip versus before that'd be like 20 yards right over that sidewalk.
Right? Shots gained, right? Getting closer to the hole, right?
Yeah.
Better percentage of scoring that par, that
Yeah.
birdie that we're looking for, right?
Yes, sir.
And that's the big thing that, you know, what I've got to do with you right now is that just kind of take a little bit of that over the top move, and then really for you is just get this cone of miss out of here and start bringing it to here.
Yes, sir.
Right? And that's how all the good guys play. There's not, the unicorn in the room is always, I'm going to hit a straight ball.
Yes, sir.
You know, if we do, it was luck, right? There's always some kind of curvature or movement to a ball,
Yeah.
right? And if I can get you to get in that little window right there, you're going to score great. As long as you're putting and chipping well, then we're off and running.
Yes, sir.
Okay. How is your chipping play?
Say my chipping, I'd say they're both mediocre. I wouldn't say they're special, but I hold my own.
Okay.
I wouldn't say I don't 3-putt a lot. I probably have 3-putt in like 5 or 6 rounds, but I don't know. I'd say I'm confident like 10 feet in. I feel like I've got a good chance to make a putt.
Okay.
But I'm confident with my lag putts. It's one of the better parts of my game.
Okay. That's big.
The longer putts.
That's big. Yeah, because when I see talent like as yours, right? It's, you know, it's not the golf swing I really got to kind of fix per se. I mean, there's a few little things that we tightened up a little bit, but really then it's just, what is our short game? You know, what is it from 100 in, right? What is our putting, right? And the other mystical factor is what is our game plan when we're out there, right? Course management, right?
Yes,
you know,
sir.
do you take some chances when you shouldn't? Do you play a little too safe when you shouldn't be or should be aggressive, right?
Yes, sir.
And those are the things I think, to be honest with you, your golf swing, that's where I kind of start really focusing on,
Okay.
is what your course management is. Are you making any big mistakes where you throw it out of bounds or anything like that?
If I do, it's off the tee,
Okay.
but
That-
not with an iron. No, very rarely I'll hit one OB.
Okay. Okay.
Very rarely.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, for you, it really is going to start getting down to, when we start working further into this, is really just getting to the microscope of the short game and course management.
Yes, sir.
You've got a great swing.
Thank you.
You do. You got a great swing.
Thank you.
So you still doing detailing cars?
I am, yes, sir.
Where do you do it at?
So we do mobile, so we can come to you, you can come to us,
Okay,
just whatever's easiest for both people.
that's cool. What
Yes,
is, do you have like the trailer and the truck and all that? good
We,
stuff?
so originally me and my buddy ran it together,
Mhm.
then we decided to split up to get a lot of work. So we're running like our kind of own independent, but we're still like technically together. So we work together with some of the bigger jobs. If it's 4 or 5 cars, but if it's a single car, we do it like singly.
Gotcha.
But we run it out of, we both have our own pretty much setup that we just bring with us where we go.
That's great, man.
Yes, sir.
That's great. And how old are you again?
17, I just turned 17.
Entrepreneur too, man. I love it.
Thank you.
I love it. Good for you, man.
Thank you.
A little thin.
Yeah, a little bit.
But there again,
Yeah, I still don't really mind that miss.
as my old instructor would say, thin to win, right?
Yeah.
Okay. If the pin's on the back of the green's got a ton of spin, we look like a genius, right? Nobody will know the difference. Okay. Here we go. Right. Keeping that club, feeling that pressure against our left forearm, right?
Yes.
Good. Great path, just allow those hands to release a little bit, okay? Right? Toe goes left through impact.
Just getting a little quick at the top, I feel.
That one got a little across the line, a little.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It felt better.
Okay.
Just definitely tugged it.
What is that, pitching wedge?
Yes, sir.
Okay, move it up in your setup just a smidge. Might be a little too far up, but let's give it a chance, okay? Just want to kind of get on in here behind you real quick. Okay, put this right here in the center of your stance. Yeah, I like that. Okay, good. You can probably get back just a smidge on there, but just playing it a little bit forward of center, okay?
Yes, sir.
There you go.
That's a lot better.
Good position out there. Okay. All right. Be mindful of your ball position, right? That's what I would kind of say. So when you kind of practice here, make sure you get that there. This would be center, where you've been kind of playing your pitching wedge.
Mhm.
Just about a ball up of center.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
Oop, 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 oop. There you go. Good. Give me about 2 or 3 more here, okay? And then I want to put us back on this device so you get a good feel for that,
Okay.
okay? And then I want to talk about what we need to kind of work on, okay?
Yes, sir. Sat back on that one.
Feel yourself falling back a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay. Make sure you get that weight moving forward, okay?
Yes, sir.
Very good. That's a good one to end on right there.
Perfect one to end on.
All right, so let's kind of grab that. Okay, put this right on over here for you. Okay, just kind of give that a couple swings. Give it a feel, okay? Try to get that into your mind. What is that feel that I'm trying to go for here? Yeah. So give me a swing here and come through slowly for me. I just want to kind of just focus a little bit on the follow through, just a little bit. Good. Come on through slowly. Good. As we come here, okay. Try to keep your hands out a little bit.
Yes.
Get kind of over like this a little bit. Try to keep your, as I said, try to keep your hands inside those beams of light,
Yeah.
right? And you can see that that's going to give us more of that Tommy Fleetwood kind of look right there. But if I get kind of over here a little bit,
Yeah.
okay, does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Just kind of focus on that follow through and trying to keep our hands more in front of our chest. What I like to kind of call the samurai, right? You know, does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Right? Instead of kind of over here, falling
sir.
off the mound a little bit.
Okay.
Okay? Good. Give me a couple more swings there and kind of get a feel for that, okay?
Yes, sir.
There you go. Good. Feel all those arms stay out in front of you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yeah. Good. Set up one more time for me, please. swing now. Feel you're more to the inside?
Yeah.
Okay,
With
once
that
again.
elbow kind of tucked.
Yeah, so all you want to kind of do is you want to have this guy back behind this guy. You kind of get him like this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so my old instructor would come by and he would tap me on the arm and say, soften up. Okay, so you're going to see that this left forearm is overtaking this right, and you're just going to see ever so slightly. So a little right bend right there.
Yes,
That'll
sir.
kind of help us keep to the inside and it closes up our shoulders.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
Give me one more swing and let's talk about our homework. Come on in, man. Be with you in just a sec, okay, Bron?
Okay.
Grandpa's with us today. All right. Good. Give me one more, partner. Good. Good. All right, so few things that we kind of worked on a little bit. Really, the only thing I kind of see here with your swing is I think you're getting the ball a little bit too far back,
Okay.
just a smidge. So move it up just a bit.
Yes.
Play with that a little bit.
Yes.
Find what works best for you a little bit. The other thing that we kind of see, I think the only major thing that I kind of see is that you get the club across your line. Across
Yes,
the
sir.
line. Okay. So I think if we could kind of do a few things here, right, to kind of talk about it, right? Give you a couple of drills to work on.
Yes, sir.
One, kind of get yourself up against a wall like this per se, and I would just kind of get here and then kind of feel like the club falls back behind it. So you get it kind of used to having that club back behind our hands, hands behind the ball.
Yes, sir.
Okay. The other thing that we can kind of do is just get like an old clothes hanger, like we did right there.
Yes, sir.
Right, just put it square to your target line or square to your face,
Yes, sir.
and then all you want to do is just maintain that pressure right there. Okay. Now, if you're so inclined, you can go on Amazon, pay $80 for it. I wouldn't per se, especially when I got broken hangers all over the house with kids.
Mhm.
So I've got them all over the place. But the big thing is as I kind of talked about, right? If I keep that pressure against my left forearm here, you can see that my hands stay inside my shoulder line here,
Yes,
right?
sir.
And the big thing I see with you just a little bit is that you kind of get in deep a little bit and then across the line here a little bit. And I think that leads to most of your inconsistencies right there.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Feeling more like with this, it's going to be more feeling like I'm probably about shoulder high a little bit. You're definitely not, but it feels like that,
Yeah.
right? And then feeling like I'm swinging shoulder high a little bit too.
Yes, sir.
Now, the other thing that we kind of talked about is our follow through or our finish. I want to make sure that when we finish, we feel like our arms are still inside those beams of light.
Okay.
Okay. I don't want to kind of go like this and fall off.
Yes, sir.
Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
So just kind of clean that up just a little bit and feel like we're kind of get that visual of Tommy Fleetwood hitting a punch shot down
Yes,
the middle,
sir.
right? One of the best ball strikers, did great in the Ryder Cup, right?
Yeah.
So probably a pretty good guy to emulate, right? Okay. But as far as swings go, that's it. Okay,
Yes, sir.
that's all I see wrong with your swing at this current time. The big thing is that I would say that we need to kind of work on whatever your wedges are. Get those wedges dialed in
Yes, sir.
tighter.
Yes, sir.
Your length is in spades. You don't need to worry about length. And then, maybe your lag putting's fine, you say. Maybe we start looking at something where it's 5 foot and in,
Okay.
right? 10 foot and in.
Yes,
Start
sir.
figuring out how do I make more of those putts
Yes, sir.
every time
Yes,
back
sir.
in. Okay?
Perfect.
Any questions I can answer for you today?
I think that's it. And then to just book another lesson the same way we did the first one?
Absolutely, absolutely. Just book it whenever you're ready. Send me some videos of what you're working on.
Yes, sir.
I've got those videos that I made for you. I'm also recording the session. I'll send that on out to you and stuff like that.
Perfect.
If you have any questions about what we're working on, or if your parents, your dad or mom do,
Okay.
have them reach out to me.
Yes, sir.
Okay? Love to talk to them as well.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Thank you very
Reese,
much.
enjoyed it, my man.
Yes, sir.
Got a great swing, buddy.
Thank you.
Got a great swing.
You would.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, sir.
We doing any